Bob, we're lucky that that tornado in East Manatee County did not cause any damage.
Right. Usually they don't. They're usually small, and this was fairly typical. It lasted for about 5 minutes, and it was gone. Thankfully, it didn't cause any damage, no injuries associated with it, and it looks like this is going to be kind of an occurrence as these afternoon storms come in. They can always do that. Almost delayed me from my talk, a hurricane weather
Luckily,
talk today.
it did not.
It did not,
good.
and we got a chance to get out there at the Whitfield Ballantine Manor Association meeting, talk weather and hurricanes as lightning safety as well. So a good crowd there. They have a website that kind of shows our videos. Linda Carson just did a place we call home not too long ago, and they really appreciated that.
Very cool.
And I appreciated all the nice questions there and a great turnout for tonight's event. Well, photos of the tornadic activity actually around that area. This was Parrish. Bev sending this one in. Look at that ominous looking sky right there. Yes, indeed, a storm kind of blew up there in East Manatee County. We were on the air right at 7 when that warning came out, showing you where that warning was. And luckily, no damage associated with it as we talked about that. Barbara also getting that shot of a towering cumulonimbus. And this one, too, the sky looks like it's blowing up, and that's what it did. Jeffrey Parker getting us this picture. Actually, his mom sent this in. He took a picture. KCK webcam looking off in a different direction, causing looking for a nice sunset tonight to occur, and it did. High-level cirrus clouds kind of moving in and out, and a beautiful sunset it was from the KCK webcam. As far as the showers are concerned now, most of the activity winding down, but it's a little bit more active than we've seen over the past week now, and I think that's going to be a trend as a result of a southeasterly wind component now. Big storms have now since moved on to the west. Some showers still lingering, as they can occasionally do, and that's in the Charlotte Harbor right now, but those are weakening over the past hour or so. Eventually, they'll head off into the Gulf and fade away. As I mentioned earlier, we had the big storms in northeast Manatee County and in the central portions of Manatee County. Some impressive rainfall amounts, over an inch, but notice nothing really going on near the coast, and we'll see a better chance, I think, of some coastal showers and storms tomorrow afternoon as we see this high-pressure ridge, which will build in from the east, actually, and this will allow us to see that east to southeasterly wind component. When that happens, we get a little bit more moisture in play, and we also get a little bit of a convergence set up with the west coast sea breeze, which we expect to develop. Right now, that east wind is at 10, and the temperature is still very warm. Dew point at 67. That's comfortable. So things a little bit more comfortable around here as the dew point has dropped below 70, which doesn't happen very often. And the high today was 95. That wasn't too comfortable. 97 is the record set back in 2015. This morning's low was above average. No rainfall report for this month thus far. And as far as temperatures go statewide, mid-70s in Jacksonville, upper 70s in Tallahassee, now 85, still warm in Miami, and 80s everywhere with the exception of Punta Gorda and Wauchula tonight. 79 there in Wauchula, 84 in Northport, and 80 in Bradenton. Well, those showers end tonight, and then we'll start out with some sunshine tomorrow. By late morning, early afternoon, there's a chance for a few isolated showers popping up with that west coast sea breeze developing and then pushing inland. And then the storms will gather into central Florida and then have a tendency to work their way toward the coast later in the evening. And a similar condition played out again on Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday. This pattern is going to get back to more normal kind of afternoon and evening thunderstorm patterns for the west coast of Florida, which is a good thing. It has a tendency to cool us off. Not a good thing is tornadoes that broke out across Lickfield, Minnesota tonight and causing some damage there. Big storms associated with a low pressure area. The story is, though, that storm system is now weakened and pushed off to the east. The tornado warning had been around earlier tonight, and that has since moved on. Minneapolis at 86, 82 in Kansas City, 89 in Dallas. Much cooler behind that frontal boundary now over the northern plain states, and 69 now in Boston. For boaters, looks good. Winds out of the southeast turning to the west at 5 to 10 knots, a light chop. And the water temperature now is steamy. Bath water like 90 degrees. Tides upcoming. The next low tide will be at 1:13 and sunrise at 6:44. Warm and muggy overnight. Again, those evening showers coming to an end out in the Gulf of Mexico. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a little bit better chance to see a few more coastal storms around in the late afternoon and evening. 92 degrees for your high, so still above average. And then summer takes over for the rest of the week and into the weekend with a good chance for mainly afternoon and evening thunderstorms.